Good morning, everyone. Welcome in to Friday Morning Magic. We're having a couple technical difficulties this morning. As I am sorting some of this out, I want to take a moment to welcome you all into the stream. If you're in chat, you like it. I have a disaster situation of a desk going on right now, but at the moment, cheers, hot coffee, no cream, no sugar, straight caffeine to the brain this morning. Good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? I know Scruffy is already out here roasting me in the comments because I shaved my beard. Leave me alone. Sometimes I like to look like I'm not 900 years old. I like to keep it a little clean shaven. If you're in the comments section right now and you're new here or you're a returning viewer, shout yourself out. Let me know you're here. Give me a good morning. Give your fellow viewers a good morning. This community and this time to communicate is the best way for me to start my Friday. And I love hanging out with you guys so much. As you guys blow up that comment section, make sure you click the like button because that's how we push the stream out and have new members join in to the stream. But the first thing I have to do is I have to fix. Oh, look, it's fixing. It's fixing itself. I have to fix what we were looking at here. Boom. That's March of the Machine sales data because we have been having some technical difficulties this morning, so I must fix the technical difficulties, as you all know. Boom. There we go. All right, fixing some of the technical difficulties, making sure we can flip back and forth between some market data I want to talk about, and of course, checking out TCG Player. So I think we got some of that going. The last thing I wanted to do today, and this is something I always do that, you know, I really shouldn't do, but man, oh man, I just can't help myself. I like to have a little background music going, and that affects, you know, the monetization of the stream, but frankly, I don't really care. If the background music is too loud, too soft, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments section. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I think we are finally through the technical difficulties on the fly. Like, look at this. Look at this, content creator extraordinaire. When you've been doing this I've been doing this for over a year now. You'd think I would have it down. Let me check in with the chat this morning. Blue controller timer reset. Yes, like I said, we had some technical difficulties this morning. Nick, good morning. Happy Friday. Sick breaks. I will never forgive you for that comment ever again. Grasshopper. Morning. Scruffy, listen, you're on my list, Scruffy, of people that are mean to me, that I am not a fan of. I don't like when people bully me. I'm not a fan. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve this kind of behavior, especially from someone who's supposed to be a homie. I don't deserve that. I will not take it. It is not okay. We are officially feuding. I have a ton I want to talk about today. I've got a bunch of things to break down with Magic news. We have Lord of the Rings news from channel sponsor MinMax Games. MinMax Games put up a pre-order, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't normally do a video on Fridays. I do this live stream, I hang out with all of you, and that's where my Friday ends from a content creation standpoint. But this Friday, I had a video plan that I had to change. We got some news about Lord of the Rings coming out of the MinMax camp, and it's some spicy, spicy news. I also want to talk about the Aftermath debacle. I tracked Aftermath sales data for those who caught that video this week, and boy, oh boy, it's not great. It's not great. It is not a wonderful experience for Aftermath out there. We're going to talk about why, and I love the conversation about, like, tinfoil hat theories, Wizards all in on bringing standard back, and more importantly, like, what that does to the box and the market and the collector side of Magic. Because from a gameplay standpoint, like, standard coming back, we all know what that does. I think it's a far more interesting conversation to talk about what that does to the actual, like, value of a collection and things of that nature. And then finally, if we get into it, if we get a certain number of viewers, I haven't decided yet, I've never opened a mystery booster convention edition. Now, these were gifts from Peter, owner of MinMax Games, to me around Christmas. I've kept them around for a rainy day, and I'm going to keep these on my desk for Friday morning magics, and occasionally I might get the juice and just, like, want to open one of these bad boys. We're going to keep these around. My desk, everyone, is atrocious. Shout out in the comment section if you work on just a destroyed desk and then clean it up, you know, once a year or whatever it is. I can relate to you on a spiritual and emotional level. Pat, I hope you feel better, Scruffy. I love you too, dude. Cody, I don't have coffee at the office, so I had to go to McDonald's route. Listen, McDonald's coffee I like McDonald's coffee. You can't beat, well, actually now that it's a McCafe, I think it's more expensive, but it used to be that you couldn't beat the price, and listen, it's just too hot. I have the same problem with all coffee I get from anywhere that I don't make from outside of my house, even the Starbucks. It's too hot. It's too warm. Clay, happy Friday. Grasshopper, if you were a store, you would have skipped Aftermath. It's easy to say in the rearview mirror, looking back. I'm mincing my words. I'm losing my words here. Scott MC, good morning. Nick, Einstein was stores are having a mess. Listen, if I am the next Einstein, we will take it, and all of you can say you were here. All of you can say that you were here. Tell morning star. Tell, why are you sorry? Good morning. Only psychopaths have what? Oh, only psychopaths have neat desks. I was like, why are we beating desks? All right, let's get into some of the news from this week. And I want to start with what I think is the most interesting conversation surrounding Lord of the Rings. Here we have MinMaxGames.com. You guys know that our channel sponsor, but it's something I don't do. I don't really pump, like, channel sponsors. We don't have a promo code. I'm not constantly telling you guys to go buy stuff. Like, I don't do that. But we were going to do something for my viewers for the special release of Lord of the Rings. What we're going to do, we're like, hey, nobody knows this yet, but shh, it's on the website for pre-orders. They're guaranteed pre-orders from a WPN premium store. You can go pre-order if you'd like. Well, that kind of backfired, because as we see here, when we dig into the set booster box, we'll notice that there's a little thing here, and for those that can't see it, it says sold out. This product upon going live on the box or on the website at $155, sold out in what was probably an hour. Wild behavior from the set box for Lord of the Rings. Now remember, this box does contain box toppers, right? There's box toppers in the Lord of the Rings set booster box. I think there might be in the draft product as well. Don't quote me on that one. But look at this ridiculousness. 1 hour for a WPN premium store with high spend, so tons of allocation, a lot of boxes ready to go, ready to be delivered to players, enthusiasts, collectors, whatever, and it's sold out already. That just goes to show you the hype that we have for this set. So let's go. I want to find Universes Beyond Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. I'm going to do a price comparison and just see, like, okay, so listen, MinMax games always good price, but not like obnoxiously low, right? We're not sitting here saying this is market breaking or game changing in any way. It's $5 off, right? And you get it shipped, and like this is a fantastic price, but it is sold out, just absolutely wild. I think this product, people are way more hyped for Lord of the Rings than I was ready for. And I don't know, man. Have you guys pre-ordered? We talked about on this channel all the time. Pre-ordering in this day and age in modern Magic, just not the best idea that people have, right? It's not something that I really care to get into doing. I don't want to pre-order. It's not something I want to do. I don't want to pre-order. But man, some people clearly do. So they clearly want to pre-order, and this product is pre-ordering and selling in an absolutely wild fashion. So I want to know, and because of that, I am going to break down. I'm going to get into this poll here. Where is my other view? I want to make a new poll because I need to know from you guys if you guys are actually pre-ordering this thing. Pre-orders, again, something I don't know. So again, while we're taking this break, as I go to set up this poll, it's important to note, if anybody wants to reach out to me during the week and find a way that they can manage our polls and things like that, set up polls for people, you want to be a moderator of the stream, I am open to moderation and having consistent viewers or people that I know are positive influences in chat really start and manage a lot of these polls. So let me set up this poll and then I will get right back to you. I can't type and talk at the same time. It's a skill I should have, but I just don't have it. All right, let's get that going. I want to know if you guys are pre-ordering Lord of the Rings. And in the meantime, let's pop back over to the Lord of the Rings set box and see, like, let's check out the number of sales. So as far as pre-orders go, the number of sales. Let's break down kind of how this product is selling, who's buying it, if anyone. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on this, because mine are, like, I knew people were going to be excited. I didn't know they were going to be this excited, but good Lord. Look at the 18th, just the number of sales. Like, people are buying this product, and it is not even out. Like, it's not out, and it's not close to being out. Just an incredible hype from our community about this. This is crazy. Are you guys seeing this as well? Is it just the set box? We've tracked data before, and the set box, listen, the set box almost always pops off. Almost always pops off. But what about the big kahuna? Let's filter this by sealed product for right now. Let's only look at sealed products. What about the big kahuna? How's the collector box selling? This is the one. This is the one that people theorize. Wow. People theorize this box is going to absolutely just get decimated in price upon the release or the pulling of the One Ring. I disagree. I think the price of this box is driven by the serialized soul rings more so than the One Ring. And the reason behind that, here, let me pop over, because this is a very serious conversation. The reason I believe that is the One Ring is not, in my opinion, like an actual chase product, right? It's not something a regular enthusiast can hope to obtain. It's the reason you don't buy a lottery ticket expecting to win the lottery. Well, imagine if the lottery ticket was now $349, right? And you got some other goodies to go with it. You no longer buy the lottery ticket for winning the big prize. You buy the lottery ticket for the guaranteed goodies coming out of the box. That's just my theory about this box, and we're gonna see if it holds up. Like, if this card gets pulled and the product tanks and stays down, like, listen, I was just wrong. But I firmly believe that. I don't see that happening. So let's pop back over. Wow, look at the sales of collector boxes here. Just wild behavior. wild, intense and wild behavior from the community getting their hands on this product. This is, I'll be honest, I did not see these numbers coming. These are some legitimately awesome, like insane numbers here. Let's see what you guys think. Let's pop over to the chat and see how you guys are feeling about this product. Let's see. Oh, Pat, you want a mod? Okay, Pat, we will talk this week about jumping out of the mod. Yeah, would be interested to know who goes for which product in priority. Yeah, hey, like Hammer TCG, that's why we track the data. We like to know what product sells, what people are buying for sure. Waiting for the pre-orders, we're almost out of luck now. Huh? Yeah, but okay, so Tal makes a good point, and he said the phrase, they said the phrase out of luck. I want to make this very clear. I don't think that this product is just gonna be out. Like, the initial pre-order is sold out. I would bet my bottom dollar that MinMax Games is going to reach back out and try to get more of this. And Magic and Wizards themselves have said this is going to be our biggest set ever. Like, they are anticipating insane hype when it comes to Lord of the Rings. I cannot imagine a universe where this is not the most printed Magic product of all time, if not the second most printed Magic product of all time. Shout out to not only George, but Modern Horizons 2. Those who know, they know. So I wouldn't like freak out and YOLO into a pre-order right now. That's not something I would do. I just think it shows just the community interest of people watching and waiting. It's wild. Scruffy says he doesn't think the One Ring will ever be open. Listen, that's a wild scenario, and realistically, it's more likely that it's either never opened or opened and we never find out about it, right? Those are the two most likely scenarios here. But it will be Schrodinger's ring for all of history, most likely, and then it'll show up on an episode of Pawn Stars in 30 years. What percentage of the box price do you think you'd be attributed to the 1 ring hike? Grasshopper, oh, I think I just didn't read your comment in time. I don't think that there's a ton there, right? I really don't, but that's just me. Let's get into some interesting stuff with this Lord of the Rings set. I think it's going to be fun to look at the draft box. We've looked at the draft box before, and we know draft boxes, they don't sell all that great on TCG Player, right? Like, TCG Player is just not a great bastion or not a great delivery system for a draft box, because think of it, you're one person, you buy a draft box, what are you gonna do with it? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the best platform to sell draft boxes. But I love the draft box. What? This can't be, hold on, the draft box is $10 less than the set box. If you watch this channel, is this just like the hometown victory lap right now? I don't want to call it a win too early, but I have said that this set is going to be driven by the limited play experience and people slamming the cardboard down in the world of the Lord of the Rings with the flavorful characters. Is this just vindication? Give me that sweet, sweet vindication. I want to be right. I'm going to look into the camera at all of you and let all of you know I love making content. I love hanging out with each and every one of you. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, does it give me a jolly when I make a video, the comment section, it tells me how wrong I am, and then in 3 months it turns out I'm right. Oh, I don't gloat. I don't go back to comments, ladies and gentlemen. I don't find you out there in YouTube land and find your comment, but oh, it is, ooh, I enjoy it. I will it. Oh, hold on. I enjoy it like a good sip of coffee, I will admit. Gosh, it feels good. Is that, I don't know, is that bad of me to say? I probably shouldn't say stuff like that. Like, small creators admitting that they like being right and they relish in that. Not a great look on the internet. Nobody clip that, please. RJT81 says it's Watsy's best scenario. Hunting forever is more buys. I don't know how many buys. Like, okay, it's going to attribute to some buys, right? The existence of the 1 ring will attribute to some people buying product, but I don't know if it's going to be a considerable amount. Like, that part, you can't sell me that bill of goods quite yet. The draft box at $150, while the set box is at what was it, 160? 155 from MinMax? Right? Like, oh my god, that is a wild scenario. See, again, like, listen, these guys are just for the players. These guys are just for the people who want to play Magic the Gathering, and that's why I love them. But 135 on the draft box. But important to note, not sold out, right? Not sold out. Not sold out. That's crazy. Oh, look at that graph. Oh, you guys, every one of you that knows the channels know this graph's going to appear in a thumbnail somewhere. You all know. And shout out, hey, I want to give a second, the thumbnail game. Shout out, Jake and Joel are magic. I sat in on like a YouTube thing that they were doing, like what they've learned over their YouTube, and they're very successful, very positive, awesome people, and great magic creators. And they did a thing, and they kind of analyzed some of my stuff, and they're like, your thumbnail game needs work, bro. And they gave me some specifics and helped me break it down. And I've been able to like share that information with other YouTubers my size and small creators. And it's just like spread this changing of thumbnails throughout my feed. And I love to see it. So they deserve a shout out there. I know some people think my thumbnails are annoying. I love my thumbnails. I think they're so much fun. Like I really enjoy them. And in the Magic community, I think they really stick out. So that's something I enjoy. But I don't know. This is wild. But what about this? Okay, back on product, off the YouTube stuff. I know, like, listen, these are just open forums. I love to have a chat with you guys. This is just a ton of fun for me. But what about the starter product? I've got so much anticipation for this. I think the starter product is the real, like, that's the real meat and potatoes here. This product at this price, this is not investment collection advice. This is none of that. I'm buying this product and sleeving it up and playing it, especially at this price. Like, 100%. At this price, there's no chance. And someone, shout out, I hope that person's watching. So why would you sleeve this up when the pack of sleeves costs more than the product? Like, because listen, I'm crazy. I will double sleeve it up because I like shuffling a double sleeve deck. For those who don't know, I'm a very large human, so I really like the double sleeve nature of any kind of deck. All my commander decks are even double sleeved. But I love the idea that this product is out there for someone who likes Lord of the Rings to grab it off the shelf, buy it, and play it. And if the starter product comes with something inside to walk you through a couple turns of Magic the Gathering, right? To teach you how to play, to teach people who haven't picked up a Magic deck in either some time or ever, that love them some Lord of the Rings. This product is not only for them and I think going to do extremely well at a wonderful price point for anyone who just wants to like explore, but I think could bring a ton of people into the community. I love this product. Products that I hate though. Oh, that's the pre-release pack. Products that I hate are the bundle and the gift bundle. Mostly because even as a content creator, I can't figure it out. So let's figure it out. Let's do a thought exercise together. I want you to join me on a journey, if you will. Join me on a journey. It's a tale of two products. I am going to break down the description of both of these products, and we're going to find some minute, minuscule details. And after those minute, minuscule details, we're going to theorize, why the hell is the price so different? It's insane. Okay. We, of course, are talking about the bundles. I need to calm down. I know. Hold on. For all of you out there, if you have a coffee, an energy drink, whatever your beverage of choice in the morning, if you're one of those crazy awesome fitness people that wake up and it's like nothing but water in my system, good for you. I'm drinking coffee. What is the difference between the collector bundle or the gift bundle and just the bundle? So let's break down some of these things. Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Gift Edition is something I'm not going to read this whole thing from because I think that's just ridiculous. Let's look at what we get in the box. One gift to rule them all. Okay, all right, you caught me. I read something else. This is the description right here. Right here. Here, hold on. Let's see if we can... Okay. The Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth gift bundle contains 8 Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set boosters, so 8 set boosters, 1 Tales of Middle-earth collector booster, 40 lands, so nobody cares. So this is the big one. 4 traditional foil alt art cards. These are the scene cards, right? This is the panoramic scene cards, the 4 that make up that scene. That's fine. One exclusive oversized spin down life counter. I don't get the spin down hype, but listen, people love the spin downs. One foil card storage box. My card storage box is foil, and 2 reference cards. This is going to be the one ring, right? Okay, so keeping that in mind and moving over to this. What? Oh, wait. How come this one we get a 6 story? We get a 6 story in this bundle. Okay, that's the price. That's the double the price. No 6 story. Ridiculous story. Regular bundle. You buy the regular bundle, you don't deserve a story. You buy the sick bundle, you get a story. Okay? In the vein and hype of Tolkien, we write you a book for buying the gift bundle. Congratulations. Okay, anyway, moving on. Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. Okay, so 8 set boosters, which is the same. With 4 traditional foil alternate art cards. Also the scene cards. Right? Also, are these also the scene cards? Let me know in chat. I think it's also the scene cards. 40 basic lands was the same. We still don't care. 1 oversized spin down counter. If this is the same spin down counter in the life and in the gift and the regular bundle, oh, you got gypped on the spin down counter. 1. Oh no. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The gift bundle gets a foil card storage box, and the regular bundle, people have to just try to find a way to exist in the world with a non-foil card storage box. Are you Wizards, you greedy, terrible company, siphoning money from your consumers, not even giving them a foil card storage box. Ugh. I've had enough. All right, what else? 2 reference cards. So, am I to understand the only difference between these 2 products is the foil card storage box and the single collector booster? Okay. 4 traditional foil alternate art cards. There could be 1 set of cards in the regular bundle and 1 set of cards in the gift bundle, right? Maybe it's a different subset of cards. Maybe that's what it is. But this is one of the most irritating things about me when it comes to these bundles. I feel like they are new player traps. And we've talked about this on the channel before. And I think there's Lord of the Rings singles that are new player traps. And with Lord of the Rings being like this new player friendly, awesome experience, this idea that someone's going to be like, oh, I want to spend extra and get my grandkid the gift edition. Ooh, Grandma Splurge got you the gift edition. Shout out Grandma. But like, you look and you're like, oh, Grandma, you spent twice as much money and got like nothing for it. Like that is the part that annoys me more than anything. People get annoyed by a lot of the things Wizards does. I'm okay with most of it. Some of it really gets under my skin, but there's no point in putting more negativity out there. But this bothers me. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I right to be bothered about this, or am I wrong? Let me know. Is this an okay thing for me to like? I don't know. This seems like a weird hill to die on. Let me know what you think. I think this is wrong. This irritates me. And it bothers me. I want to know what you guys think. And while we're doing that, let's pop over and talk March of the Machine. Or do I have anything else Lord of the Rings I want to talk about? Do you guys have anything else Lord of the Rings you want to talk about and you want to look at today? I want to check out the result of the poll. And let's end this poll and get back into it. I want to know, wow, look at that. 50-50 on the Lord of the Rings pre-order. Y'all are wild. You guys are perfect. Like, what a perfectly split audience. This is crazy. I want to know, let's get the March of the Machine poll going. So we want to talk March of the Machine Aftermath sales data. We want to talk sales data for March of the Machine Aftermath because this was shocking. This was the craziest part of my week. I stumbled in a video, which I don't normally do. So, all right. So March of the Machine Aftermath has dropped, and we got a poll going for you guys about your thoughts on Aftermath. And I like the 1 or 2 option polls. It's Friday morning. I like to keep it simple. I want to before we move on, let's address some of your guys' concerns about Lord of the Rings in the chat. So Matt says you're paying a premium for the box and the collector booster. Listen, if you're right, that's crazy. Well, hold on. Before we make that statement, before we say that's crazy. Oh, what's that, Josh? What are we doing? Before we say that's crazy, what is a collector booster is going for $43 right now, right? I guess. But if there's 12 of them in a collector box, they're not really going for $43. Like, they're not really $43. It's just nobody's buying a single. Is anyone buying a single collector booster? I mean, I guess, yeah. Like, listen, some people are getting it in. Good for them. Good for people who know what they want. So you're paying for the collector booster, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess that attributes to the price difference. Like, fair enough. Fair enough, Matt. If I buy 3 collector sets of Lord of the Rings, can I make commander decks solely from the cards that acquire that way? No. Urban, hold on. Urban, I don't know if you're new to the community, welcome. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Don't do that. Do not buy boxes hoping to build complete decks. Everyone in chat, shout out Urban. You're brand new. I've never seen you in the comment section before, and welcome. But we want to save you from something we've all done. We have all done this. Every single one of us have spent way too much money. We've all spent way too much money on sealed product, hoping to come away with a deck, and then we still have to go to things like MinMax Games or TCG Player and buy singles. Do not do that. Things like Mox Field are amazing opportunities to theorize and pre-build commander decks so you know exactly what you need. Then go to your local game store. If you can't find your local game store, go to my local game store. If you're not willing to do that, go to TCG Player and buy the cards that you want. Urban, we've all done this. We've all been there. We've all made this choice and then thought to ourselves, oh man, what have we just done with all of our hard-earned money? Now, if you want to buy a box or 2 and that works in your budget and you just want to open the cards, go for it. Like, go for it. Open it. Enjoy the experience. I like to open boxes, and you'll see box openings on this channel where I don't talk about the value. I'm not like, I don't care what I got out of this box. I loved the experience. I really did. But don't do. I want to save you from yourself and let you know what the situation is and how you should interact with this product, in my opinion. Let them know in the comment section below, and thank you so much. That's a wonderful question. Like, that question sparks such amazing conversation. That's a wonderful question. How many collector boxes need to be bought to acquire 80% unique cards from the Lord of the Rings set? I don't know, but don't think of it that way. Don't approach the problem from that perspective, right? If you're looking to collect the complete set and you want to open a box, maybe buy a box, buy whatever your budget fits, just for the fun, and then work on your set from there. Don't approach it that way. You will get eaten by the Wizards of the Coast box and pack monster. It will consume you. It is not a pretty sight, my friend. We've all been there. All of us. New May the Zoo be with you. Yes, for those who don't know, I am on a Friday morning podcast. May the Zoo be with you. At the end of the episode, I will kind of drive you there. We'll watch maybe the intro. We got some spicy stuff this week, and I actually have a wardrobe change. I have a costume for this week's episode. It's going to be hype. I cannot wait. Joe hasn't actually seen any of the cards that seem that good. Listen, they're not high power level cards. That's not what they're meant to be. And it really seems like a starter focused set. I really think it is. Eric, good morning, Eric. Eric, the homie, always commenting on, I think, every single video. Shout out, Eric. one of these stream goats. I miss Devin. Shout out. Devin said he might not be able to make it this morning. Devin has been an OG since Hometown TCG's inception. Devin has been around. Devin, you get a shout out. Eric, good morning. RJ, collector boosters, a lottery ticket. Like, that's a good point. A lottery ticket. Bob, MTG Gaming Bob, amazing content creator, partnered, I believe, with Pat the Popper. I think those two are a wonderful partnership. Make sure you check out their channel. Good morning, everyone. Miss the old cycle. Tal misses it. Prefer a vow mid-set over the epilogue. Yeah, like, for sure. For sure, Tal. For sure. What is sold out besides the gift bundles? Devin is here, the Stream Goat. Stream Goat. Welcome. Welcome, Stream Goat. So, Gaming MTG Bob, we were talking this morning about MinMax release. We were going to do a video today, but we didn't see this coming. Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth set boosters sold out on MinMax, and I was going to do a video giving my viewers kind of early access to it before they went and did any promotion. They already sold out, so that's where the sold out conversation came from. It was wild. Like, we didn't expect any of this to sell out. I was going to do a Rare Friday video, give people who watch the channel first opportunity to go pre-order some of this stuff at a fantastic price, but now the video is all about the sellout. So guys, this has been awesome. Let's get into some Aftermath sales data, because this is maybe one of the most wild things I've ever seen when it comes to Magic the Gathering. I couldn't believe this. I'll be honest with you, my mind was blown. Let's talk Aftermath. Let's do some of the sales data. For those who don't know, I track the sales data for every single sold listing of sealed product for sets on TCG Player. And I say every single sold listing, but I have narrowed it down to the major SKUs, right? Your draft set and collector for most sets, some of the interesting bundles, Aftermath, your epilogue, collect, the various cases, things of that nature. And if you want access to this data, you can actually get it. I every time I do a data update, I post it to my Patreon. I'm gonna make my face a little bit bigger for this one. I haven't posted this one to my Patreon yet, so this will go up, but all my patrons get access to all the data. If they want to make videos with it or do whatever, whatever they see fit with the data, talk about it, use it however they see fit, it's theirs. So this was wild to me, and the thing that jumped off the page, for those who hadn't caught the video this week, and even if you did, I think this conversation is wild. This number right here. Aftermath, on America's most popular trading card game marketplace, sold a grand total of 707 boxes across the two major SKUs for a grand total of less than 80 grand. Wizards of the Coast moved a single tricked out Corvette to the entire Magic community. And as I said in my video, I think we would rather have the Corvette. We could timeshare it. You could drive it for 5 minutes a year. You'd have more fun than you had with your Epilogue booster box. Oh, now I sound like the professor. That was mean. That was mean. Okay, I take that one back. But that was wild to me. I have never seen sales. I thought my tool was broken. I thought that the process that I used to track this data was actually broken. So I went to the code, I started debugging things, I tried to get into it, but it was, alas, it was not broken. This was just the way it is, just insane behavior. And if we go further than that and break down kind of how this money was spent, we'll see that, oh, I zoomed in a little bit too far. Let's go one more out. So these are the epilogue boxes. There's 431 epilogue boxes pre-ordered and 121 or 142 collector boxes. So, oh, sorry, this needs to be updated. This needs to be updated. So give me, yeah, that's gonna have to change. But that's fine. I'll change that formula off stream. Like, listen, this is the problem with content, man. Sometimes you catch a bug that you need to fix. So that formula will change. But this is just, these two numbers are correct, and that's wild to me. Just like how much more we're buying this epilogue box, but the spend is almost like perfectly flipped. If we go over here to our graph with what we're spending on this product, the total boxes sold obviously massively in favor of the epilogue box, but the money we're spending is coming all in on the collector box. And I've said this before, like, this is Wizards' reason. If you wanted a reason, if you were out there in YouTube land and you wanted a reason, like, why is Wizards of the Coast doing what they do with collector boxes? Why are they always juicing the collector product? Why, like, that graph, this graph right here shows us why. This is where our money is going, right? And because our money's going here, this is where a large corporation is going to put most of its attention. And I don't think they deserve a knock for that, guys. They are a company, they have to make money. But this is just wild. So I knew that this was going to go poorly. I think everybody knew that this was going to go poorly. I don't think anyone could have imagined it going this poorly. So we should pop back over to TCG Player. And let's get back over to TCG Player and find like why is this happening? Why are we doing this? So I got to find, let's real quick find the TCG Player tab. We'll go here. TCGplayer.com. And yes, for those who ask, I use Bing. That's right. I use Bing. I almost can't type. The desk is so crazy. The desk is, I have to like put my hands around what I'm doing. And most importantly, for those who don't know, shout out, you know what? I want to take a moment before we dig into this sealed product and kind of how Aftermath is selling. And there's some single news I want to talk about. Shout out to trading card game dads out there. Like, if you're a trading card game dad and you're out there, I see you out there. I see you. Like, this is on my desk. Randomly, I had issues with the thumbnail this morning I had to fix, so I just had my daughter at my desk. We're just hanging out, and now I got a crinkle book at my disposal, ready for me to use whenever I want. So shout out each and every one of you trading card dads out there who know the joy of having just baby toys everywhere. Here. Now it's a collectible crinkle book. Look at that. Ooh, collectible crinkle book. All right, let's get into some of this March of the Machine data. Let's look at some of these sealed products, some of these singles. So as you can see, TCG Player with best match, this kind of filters based on what the community is buying and how we're spending our money. And it's like, ooh, who's surprised? No one's surprised. What are we buying? Singles. Like, my goodness. And some of these cards they're so good. Some of these cards are fantastic cards. Like, they're just going for nothing. They're going for no money because, I don't know, people just are super negative on this set. So this is wild to me. But let's take out single cards for right now. Let's just look at sealed product. This is also weird, and I don't know if people realize this. When you look at the case of Aftermath collector boosters, there's 24 of them in this bad boy. There's 24 collector boosters in this Aftermath case. That's a lot of collector boosters. And also, not a single sale. Not one. Nobody's been like, yep, bring it in. Bring it in, Watsy. Come on, Daddy Hasbro. Give me all of the collector boosters. Inundate me with Epilogue or March of the Machine collector booster product. I can't get enough. There's literally nobody out of the millions of enthusiasts that has said that. That's wild to me. So this product for a case for 12 at $7.89. And what does this come out? Let's get the handy dandy calculator. Let's get the calculator out, and this is going to be a Louis moment. I probably could have done this math very quickly, but I'm on stream, and I don't feel confident enough, and I'm afraid you guys are going to roast me. So this comes out to what's the standard price of $65 a box, which I guess we probably could have seen coming. This doesn't seem like a terrible deal. Like, I know, okay, I know. I put out the video, and then of course I put out a video, and the professor just does a collector booster box opening or an Epilogue box opening and dunks on me by getting wrecked. This man got destroyed opening this box. Opens like 5 cents of value, I think. It was terrible. But like, you can't convince me that these products aren't going to do something in the future and be fun to open and collect, and like, there's no bulk. Like, the theory here is on point, right? Can we agree that, like, the theory here, standard, okay, all right. I think the theory here is fine. I think the execution and the practice was wrong, and, like, it just seems so cheap. Like, $60 is normally what, like, you get some of these bundles for $60. and you can get a box of cards for $60, have the opening experience, put it on your shelf, whatever you might do, pack battle, rip it, flip it or rip it with your friends. Like, $60 just seems, it's too versatile of a product. It goes too wide. You can do too much with it for that amount of money. I can't be convinced, boys. Ladies and gentlemen out there in chat, what do you think? I can't be convinced. I think this is good. I want to check in with you guys. I need some more coffee. When I say that Aftermath might be promising, I'm self-reflective enough to understand that you guys in chat know I might be going off the deep end. We're nearing the end of the stream. I could be losing my mind a little bit, so I will try to bring myself back down to earth a little bit. Each and every one of you guys, let's check in with you in chat. If you're in chat and you haven't been to this stream before, thank you so much. Make sure you shout yourself out in chat so we know you. We're a small enough community. We can still know everybody. I've gotten to see these names that I see every week, every Friday morning. So if you're here, it's your first time, shout yourself out in chat. Let us know you're here. We'll give you a nice warm welcome. For those consistent viewers, thank you all for starting my Friday morning off so incredibly and talking about such fun things. I hope this gives you guys something interesting to talk about during your F&Ms, things like that. I really think this is a fun time, so I just want to take a second to reset here and stop with the overwhelming positivity on a set that is probably terrible. I'm going to check in with chat. Assassin, spelled in the most interesting way, says multiverse treatment should have been done in Aftermath. Listen, you might be right. There's something needed to happen that might have been the fix. I don't know if that's the fix that I've said, like, this will fix everything, but I agree with you. RJ shouting back out, should have done with Mom and Aftermath tried to do with Innistrad, Vow, and Mid. There's an argument for that too. Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, and Midnight Hunt were, listen, they were also epic failures that did not go well, but thematically they both felt a little bit better than this. The difference was, like, hey, at least Aftermath, when you bought the box, it only ran you $65. Right? That's the big difference in my opinion. And you can't draft it, which sucks, but it only ran you $65. Doesn't seem like a good buy either, though. One box is meh, but who get 12 of them? I've got a bridge. Pat, I'm not buying your bridge. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. I'm not buying your bridge. Got 3 collectors of Aftermath. RL, how did it go? Welcome, RL. How did it go? Yet, Assassin, the 50 card set is, definitely. Theory is good. TheRelaxed my theory. Oh, RL pulled nothing. I should have continued reading. So sorry, dude. So sorry. Matt got 3 collectors for the shelf. I'm going to put some of it on my shelf. I think the box is super unique, and you guys know I've talked about this on the channel. I like looking at unique sealed product. I like the way it shines on the shelf. It makes me happy. The complete bundle, I hate that it went up in value because I would have bought like 40 of them because I think it just looks fantastic on the shelf. I love it. So, surprisingly, no. So many do. Yeah. Nick, take care. Good morning. Devin, thank you. Oh, I haven't signed off yet, but thank you both. Devin, I can't believe you're still around, dude. You're on site. Shout out Devin, the GOAT. Josh Smith, new to the channel, video review and collecting in your content. Josh, first of all, Josh, fantastic name. You're going places. Second of all, cheers. Enjoy your morning beverage, whatever it might be. Thank you so much for hanging out. Pat says, I feel that WotC's trying to get more legs out of their products. Yeah, listen, the idea of extending our view on products and keeping us engaged in something is super interesting. I love that. Warguard's with me conceptually, less bulk the better. However, this place, yeah. Card value, yeah. Warguard, I agree with you. I think the less bulk is great, but man, the execution on this one probably left a lot to be desired. 3-year standard rotation, more time selling products. So I have a wild theory. Let's jump into some tinfoil hat theories. And as we go to close out the stream today, we're gonna end the stream with tinfoil hat theories. And I want to take you all on a journey. And to do that, I think I need something special. We want to go through. Okay. I don't care. I ruin the monetization of my stream all the time. It's wild. I should open up channel memberships or something. I ruin the monetization of my stream for a living. I wanted to put on some journey music because I want to take you all on a journey. I want to take each and every one of you on a trip with me into Theoryland. Now, For those who have been to Theoryland, you know, I visit Theoryland way too frequently, and I love going to Theoryland. And what Theoryland is for me is this wonderful universe where I take one small piece of information, one small decision that Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering has made, and I extrapolate and expand and move. And Theoryland is probably some of the most fun I have on the internet. So I want you all to join me today in Theoryland as I want to drive us through this journey regarding standard Magic the Gathering play and the value in sales of boxes as they come out. Wizards of the Coast has recently made an interesting decision. They have said, we are going to extend standard play and give you more ability to play your cards and let you play them for longer. And standard stands are upset. They hate that. They know that standard gets figured out, especially as the most popular format on Arena. The standard format grows stale, and the most popular and best decks are quickly solved and applied across anywhere you want to play the game. But in this universe, we have committed to bringing back paper standard, and the only way, in my opinion, to actually actively make that happen is to do so with Arena Code cards. For those who don't know, you can check out my channel after this live stream for a video where I promote the idea in Wilds of Eldraine of adding code cards that every time you buy a pack of physical draft boosters for Wilds of Eldraine, you get a code that you can get a digital pack. And with this code, you can use MTG Arena to explore the standard format. But Josh, you say this just drives people to Arena. Why would you do that? Alas, my friend, it does not. By buying these code cards and having the physical cards in the physical product, you are more apt to then put together a standard deck out of the standard cards that you have because, hey, let's face it, you had to buy a bunch of them and you put the codes into Arena, you've been playing the format, you like it, and maybe you know a local game store where you can go and play the format in person, and you already have most of the stuff. So once a week, you're incentivized to get out from behind the desk, walk away from the computer, and go play standard Magic the Gathering. And all because you're now an engaged consumer and someone who wants to play these cards. Well, now that more and more people play standard, we're in this universe. We're going to the game store once a week, playing at a local game store, we're grinding at Arena, or just playing for fun. I have this vision in my head where you're playing standard so much that you're making fun decks and your friends are like, oh my god, this is so much fun. I can't wait to go show you on Friday my spicy new tech that I came up with. It's memey, it's funny, and you're gonna love it. But man, the format does get stale. We've extended the life cycle to be 3 years, meaning for a whole year, the format just doesn't change, and we don't like that. And whatever can we do? Well, there's a solution. And that solution is a product like Aftermath, a small subset that gets released into the standard format that people can buy for very affordable pricing. And maybe it attaches to Arena, maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's how Wizards of the Coast maintains some of their digital currency. And when this product comes out, it shakes up the standard format. It gives people who are playing these games and these cards and these decks once a week the opportunity to switch things up, play new strategies, and try new cards. And in this world, the Aftermath product is not only fantastic, is not only required and loved by the community, but it comes at an affordable price and it gives you cards to play in a format that we all once used to love. This is the world that I wish to live in. This right here is my massive tinfoil hat theory, and if Wizards of the Coast would like to hire me to personally fix standard and make this happen, listen, my day job, it's expensive, but I'd be willing to do it. So thank you for joining me on my journey. Guys, I think that's a wild opportunity. How cool would that be? I feel like I just blacked out. Was that good content? Was that terrible content? I just blacked out. I don't even know what I just did. I have way too much fun with y'all in the mornings. I gotta check in with chat again. Standard stands. Tal loves the tinfoil time. Let's go. Josh, if they cut print runs, I think 3-year standard rotation will juice the secondary market. Listen, they can any cutting of print runs, people buy Magic product, right? Whether we're playing standard or not, people seem to buy Magic product. So let's give them credit for that. But if people are playing standard and have a purpose to buy Magic product, have a use for the cards they're opening, I think we see a much healthier market. I'm with you 100%. Matt needs that digital code life. Like, that digital code unlocks Wizards of the Coast's most valuable consumer. The consumer that Monday through Thursday plays Arena at their desk, and then Friday heads to their local game store and plays the same darned thing in person. They're likely spending money on Wizards of the Coast in 2 different areas, right? In person and on the digital client. They're likely spending money twice. That is Wizards' most valuable consumer by far. Do you feel Wizards of the Coast trying to move digital? Listen, there was a time I think WotC was trying to move digital. I think they are recognizing that the physical must exist, right? They are putting more and more effort into getting people back into in-person play. Ooh, excuse me. Scruffy said the code pack system works well for Pokemon. Yes, it does work well for Pokemon. And shout out to Louis, the homie over at Kitchen Table TCG, for pointing out kind of how that could work and how that works in Pokemon. He gave me some, inside information as someone who's never used that client. So, no, Pat, this is where we'll disagree. I think they understand the importance of in-person play, even if not in the 20-year plan, but they understand it as a vessel to carry people on with the game while they figure out the digital world. Because WotC's not dumb enough to think they have digital solved. Like, the tech space is a tough space to be in. They're not dumb enough to just think, hey, we made a client, we have it solved. Like, no, that's its whole thing. They know that this has to maintain in that meantime. In my opinion, that's again just my opinion. Giving code cards back will probably kill store standard convert all. I don't think that's true, because listen, if I have that, I'm playing standard Monday, and this is just my tunnel vision. I'm playing standard throughout the week on Arena. I'm making standard videos. I'm having some fun. I'm consuming standard content. But then come Friday, I'm going to my game store and using all these cards. I bought all these cards, right? I'm using the cards that I bought. And if you don't want to use the cards you bought, you just don't want to play Paper Magic anyway. And like that's we're never going to tap into you. You'll never be an avid, I guess, spender or consumer, in my opinion. 3 years allows for a bigger card pool. Yeah, but the argument is then the set design has to change. And they mentioned this. This is an important point. Just to break down the 3-year change, right? The 3-year change says we want our cards to be viable for longer, but the problem with standard right now is without the block printing and without the theme carrying over from one release to the next, set-based mechanics can't really shine. You see Toxic, but with only one set supporting Toxic, standard will never be able to support a Toxic deck. You see the same thing for like Venture into the Dungeon. There's not enough support for that because it comes out in one set and then disappears forever. Well, the idea here is you can get away from just good stuff mid-range piles that are just all the cards that they wanted to print for Commander but couldn't, and then go back to the idea of designing sets for standard. Heck, in the set booster box, you can even keep the Commander slot that exists and print a subset of cards just for Commander and pull them completely out of the draft box. They're not eligible for arena codes, things of that nature. So I think there's a lot of change that has to happen. Look, the journey was fun, but it's not going to happen with the snap of a fingers. I'd like to see it happen, I joke, in my lifetime, but man, I don't think so. MTG Gaming Bob loves me immensely, but disagrees. No, and again, we'll disagree on this. Bob, actually, I think we disagree on almost everything. So shout out to you, dude. Shout out. I love the fact that we have just the differing opinions shows how wide the Magic community can be. But I don't know. I don't believe that. I guess I kind of outlined my reasons why. I'm not gonna go back through it. But yeah, I think like, and again, maybe it's just my tunnel vision. I would play both, and that would just unlock so much for me. But I would love it. So I wonder what the cost would be to update the UI of Arena to implement the code. So and I thought about this as well as someone with a background in tech. Like, what does this take? Well, they already support Arena codes. And the idea of a code to just give a single pack would not be that bad. It's more the physical printing process than the digital, right? It's the physical printing process of printing a pack with a code on it, with a card, making sure that all your weights constantly stay the same, and then managing that. And people are like, oh, but they'll sell the arena codes for people who don't use it. Yeah, well then, oh, so what? So people on the secondary market get to buy cheap arena packs? Like, oh no. Sandro, good morning. Good morning. Cheers. Happy coffee as we wrap up the stream. Sandro, thanks for joining in. Fire design keeps the power creep going up to the moon. No, like, listen, I love Magic the Gathering design. I think Fable of the Mirror Breaker is one of the best designed cards of all time. And you see that, but like, everyone just wants to play that card, and yet it warps formats, and because there's no reward for playing a strategy right now. So that's why it's warping standard, because there's no reward for playing you know, whatever the party mechanic deck. There's no reward for playing Landfall. There's no reward for playing Toxic. So good stuff mid-range is great, but if we had a more consistent design of set mechanics where good stuff mid-range was not just the best all around way to play Magic the Gathering, it would just be one of the best design cards ever. I think it's fantastic. Please smash the MTG Gaming Bob. Listen, the homie. Shout out. Mosh, I would draft with friends and use the codes for Arena. Yeah. Like, but Mosh, in this scenario, right, people would find a reason to play Standard. Maybe your friends would be like, hey, I want to play this Standard deck I've been playing on Arena. I built 2 of them. Let's just play in person. Like, I think that would make Universes Beyond Standard legal. I think they're going to, like, Universes Beyond is 100% here to stay. I think it's a great vessel to bring new people into the community. I love the idea of bringing people in through Universes Beyond. But ladies and gentlemen, we have reached 9 o'clock, which means it is time. We're not ending quite yet. It is time. After this stream, after you've liked the video, after you subscribed to Hometown TCG, my YouTube channel where I talk all things Magic the Gathering and trading card games. And if you like indie trading card game content, I did start a second YouTube channel. You can search for Trading Card Geeks. You see my big face, my mug going like this. I started that channel to talk about all things indie trading card games so I don't get absolutely demolished by the YouTube algorithm. Now, that channel is much less active than my main channel. I have a full-time job. I am a full-time father and husband and things of that nature where I must attend to these things in life first, but any thoughts I have on indie TCGs you can find there. But before we go anywhere, it is time to check out the opening of May the Zoo Be With You, where I have a wardrobe change this week. I am all in on the wardrobe for May the Zoo Be With You this week, so let's pop over. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to open this tab. I want to check out the start of this video. And you know what we're going to do for right now? We're going to watch an ad. That's right. We are going to watch an ad on my YouTube channel. On his YouTube channel. Because look what we're doing. We're giving you money, dude. We're giving the homie some money. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's get started. Let's crank up the volume here. I want to watch at least the beginning part of this episode. Let's see what he chose to start with. And after this, I will put a link in the chat for everyone to go check out May the Zoo Be With You, a Magic the Gathering podcast with me and one of my great friends, Louis, over at Kitchen Table TCG. Make sure you're subbed. Let's peep the intro here. You, Chris Cox, you are going to the cocktail parties. You were invited to the front seat of the fireside chats because that was when we found out Louis is a double agent for Wizards of the Coast and has always been a WotC stan.
Great, dude. Nobody cares.
I do.
Nobody watches us. They just listen.
I care. I like to look at me.
Well,
listen,
welcome everyone to May the Zoo Be With You. We are so glad that you are here.
I had to wear the shirt. Our homie was out for the week.
Do intros, but I'm Louis, and that is Josh from Hometown TCG. Josh, take it away.
I wore the shirt, and you took the intro. You're such a jerk. What's going on, everyone? We are missing our third bozo. George has a busy week this week, so he cannot join us. But thank you all for tuning in.
Can you give me your best George impression?
Welcome to May the Zoo Be With You, America's favoriteest MTGist podcast. I am, of course, joined by something I'm going to say mean about an average and nice normal guy, Josh.
And that's it? You're not going to introduce me?
Well, no, then there's a long pause while he waits for me to reply, but I don't give him the time of day. I am also joined by some massive insult about Louis, indicating that he is slightly worse than Josh somehow.
Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? Anyway, everyone,
guys, this was a fun one this week. I was excited. Make sure, again, you head over to that link. Thank you all for hanging out for Friday Morning Magic. I love this. Again, make sure you're subbed next Friday. Right back. Same thing. We got more to talk about. Take it easy to each and every one of you. Hope you have a great Friday. And then cheers. Cheers to you. World of Wraith. It's when it's applicable, yes. And then also, as I mentioned earlier, you can find me at Trading Card Geeks for my indie trading card game content as well. I will be covering both. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Cheers to the coffee. Boop. I'll actually touch the camera. Oh, I just touched a $1,000 camera with a $3 cup of coffee. Way to go. Thank you all. We'll see you soon.